Hello, friends, and welcome back to Living Among the Giants. We're going to do something a little bit different today, but I'm going to let VoiceOver Me tell you about that. VoiceOver Me here. So for this mini episode, and maybe for the mini episodes to come, I will spend the time telling you about, anything, just facts here and there. And since I'm from Ontario, the province of Ontario in Canada, I thought I would start with a bit of information about Ontario. So first thing I want to talk about is something that comes up on occasion where people talk about how Ontario has a law that allows women to be topless in public. And this is true, it is. However, people who think everyone walks around topless will be sorely disappointed. You really don't see that sort of thing, even in the middle of summer. Maybe at the odd music festival or something like that. And of course, inside buildings, you're still required to have your, shoes, your shirt, that sort of thing. So, yes, equal rights is good, but not even the guys really walk around shirtless much. The next thing is something that maybe people don't know about, but we have a weird squirrel variation here in at least southern Ontario, and parts of the United States has it as well. We have black squirrels, and they are very cute. You should check them out. They're very adorable. They're about the same size as a gray squirrel, so you're a very common squirrel. Although we find that the black squirrels are a lot more brave, less afraid of people for some reason than the gray squirrels around. But definitely super adorable, and definitely worth checking out. You should do Google search, or if you happen to be in the area, make sure you look for them. They're around all the time. They're year-round. They do hibernate a bit in the winter, but not all winter long. They just disappear for a few days and then they come back. And one of the places you can check that out is Niagara Falls. Of course, Niagara Falls is shared with the United States in Ontario. There's actually 3 falls that make up Niagara Falls: the American Falls, the Bridal Veil Falls, and the Horseshoe Falls. And the Horseshoe Falls is the one that's on the Ontario side, and is the one that most people think of. The Bridal Veil Fall is very small in comparison. But touristy area, of course. You can see the United States from our side, of course, and you can take the ferries back and forth right up to the falls. It's pretty cool. If you get a chance to check that out, that's awesome as well. What else can I talk about? There's an interesting board game that originated in Ontario that a lot of people don't know about, but is really fun. It's called Crokinole. It's kind of a weird mix of shuffleboard and curling, I guess. Like a shuffleboard's kind of like curling anyway, but instead of having a long plank, it's circular, and you all take a position kind of at the cardinal positions, and you're shooting for a hole in the center, and you can knock each other out. It's a lot of fun. It's just done with little tiny pieces, little round pieces, like little pucks that you would shoot back and forth and try to knock each other out and get as close to the center as possible. And it's a point-based system, and it's really very cool. What else can I talk about? There is a law in Ontario, probably the rest of Canada too, that basically states that if someone apologizes during an accident or a confrontation or something like that, that's not an admission of guilt. The stereotype that Canadians say sorry a lot is absolutely true. We do. So obviously in some places that would make it seem like you were guilty of it. In this case, that's not really why we say sorry. But yeah, that's that for today. Well, that seems to be all the time I have for today, or at least right now. Hopefully I can come back and do some more work on this. I have an appointment I have to go to, but I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed this slightly odd episode. And I hope you have a fantastic day. We'll hopefully see you next time. Bye. I'd like to thank Kevin MacLeod featuring Brett Von Donsel for the use of Daily Beetle, and Kevin MacLeod for the use of the song Wholesome, which I'm using in this episode. As always, the links to him is in the description. Please check him out because I don't think YouTube would be the same without him.